from some of the teams that were performing better yesterday. Made in Thailand being the key operative word there. So hopefully they're going to have a better game here in game number 3. But for Archangel, they're looking for 3 on the trot after winning game number 6 and 7.
Yep.
It's getting pretty interesting now.
I mean, yeah, no, I certainly agree. Obviously, this is now where you need to start to turn the tide as well. I mean, in saying that, for those teams that maybe have been performing on Miramar, I guess you could say Sanctuary is on the horizon potentially after this game as well. This is the thing. So maybe you just look at this game, Jordan, and say, like,
where's Monodica going?
Crash landing?
Yeah, I guess. They go and keep an eye on them. DIC also have some vehicles down here by the yellows near the bridge, although they're not really that yellow anymore, are they? Either way, they seem to be doing relatively well for themselves, but Minoru having a bit of a roughie down to the left, but they seem to be okay for the moment. It'll still be a little bit dangerous, though, for Divine as they go rotating over the bridge. Turtle is knocked out of the vehicle. Anquan finds that kill. The rest have decided that they're not interested at all, and you're probably not expecting something like this in competitive PUBG, but they do get bridge camped. It's a bit of a pub strat. It's a bit of a cheese strat, but it's worked out for DIC. They've gotten themselves a point. They're happy with that, and they've majorly screwed Divine's game. They are in a bad spot now, having to go for a long rotate over to that eastern bridge, and they've lost a player for it as well. So that's really, really rough indeed.
I just got to cut in, I guess, and see if this is working or not for the stream now. So I've got confirmation from production. Look, there's unfortunately been issues tonight with my end of things, Jordan. This is just the way it goes sometimes, unfortunately. But Waika Kamuka, indeed, does go down for Fury. So I do apologize. If anything happens, obviously, everyone in chat, don't worry. Jordan's here to cover the show. Yep, he's done a good job of it so far, Jordan. I will say that. Insight, though, unfortunately, probably feeling the pain that I've been feeling for the last 5 minutes. And Fury Australia as a whole. Cozzy, though, nice shot into Teddy.
Well, they're helping out their boys. It was VTF that was putting a lot of those shots into Fury, and so a little bit of revenge. But Ferox does need to be careful because they have quite a few teams hanging around as well. Day Traders and Cerberus
can get to a decent position by phase 5. I'd say you'd rather that a decent position in phase 2. There are some teams that had a decent position in phase 2, and now already just one phase later, it's going to be very difficult for them to make something of this now phase 3 circle. A lot of teams on the south side around the Yasnai Polyana region, Fury, CES, Ferox, Victim, QC, and Kuratoria Esports. I mean, all of those teams are now going to have to funnel into one point. Tony knocked down onto Long K. The nade from Sapao. Immediate tag. They're going to look to try and finish off 7-4-R1. They get JJ Leo as well. Anquan and Tony, the last 2 alive for DIC. It's been a much better night number 2, but I think they're going to falter, fall, and collapse here against Division X Gaming. 2 up, MBK and Fergus. And, well, that's one way to send them out packing in last place.
Fury getting involved in this fight as well, or a fight, I should say. CES copping a bit of that Fury. It's Ronan that's going to put bad guy to bed. Fury definitely not looking too comfortable at the moment. Jukesy and Ronan are well and truly in the blue, so I'm sure they're probably out of things for now. Just trying to pick up a couple more points as they go. Creatori will be suffering a loss to Buriram. It's Edie. Pick one of those kills on up, and Buriram are certainly being the gatekeepers for Creatori and potentially even Ferox as well if things get that close.
Unfortunately for Creatora, they have really lagged behind. I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Jordan, but still just 8 points now inside of the blue. There's not much really on the horizon for them in this particular game. And it's hard to see where it's going to happen for them. Addy going to get the knockdown onto, well, the finish actually onto Castel. And another pretty position close by to Golden Cat. Another team with the similar long rotation path.
Yeah, what's really interesting is that the majority of people now are sort of taking it on foot up this hill. It's so risky to be driving on elevated terrain like this because not only is your vehicle going slower, but it's quite difficult to tell where anyone is, you know? You fly over a little ridge, someone could be hiding behind that and you could be cooked. So a lot of the teams now I can see are taking it on foot. Nikus does go down pretty early to RDK, so does Cozzy, that's to Teddy. And it's not looking too great here for Ferox at all, is it? They've got the high ground advantage, but they've been caught in the back, and Grumps falls as well. That is the end of Ferox. They've just been clean wiped, and VTF, some important points on the board for them as Jukesy and IQ 500 still having a bit of a stoush, and well, Jukesy will finally get his man. It's just another critical point on board for Fury in what marks a relatively disappointing day so far, I'd say, for them. So all these kills that they're getting, barring game one, but all these points that they're getting on the board are pretty nice, actually, just to kind of keep them within that top echelon group.
With one chance as Ronan goes past him in the buggy. I don't know. Oh, never mind. Ronan's going to get out. He has no idea. This is so unfortunate for Ronan. Maybe even sums up Fury's last game and now this game. Ronan's thinking, where did you even come from? Jukesy dies to the blue. Fury Australia out in 13th position. And from 6 games in a row of being the only team to get a placement point every game to now 2 games in a row, 15th and 13th. And Creatory at least survive another day as they're 1 point away from 10 points.
Yeah, look, it's not going to go your way every game. Svit, unluckily, does just go down before he gets behind that tree. Will be finished off by Man, and VTF are kind of fragging out at the moment, actually. So they're feeling confident. I don't know how confident I would be going into a fight against Gems and Jowman, who are the top 2 damage dealers for this competition at the moment. But they're going to do it. They know they have the 3-on-4. Try and get aggressive and try and get some more points on the board, which credit to them, they do need. So they kind of need to be trying to take these advantages, and they do have that high ground, and they've also got the flank. So they've got an RDK boss. That'll be traded back down by Jowman, and I'd say he's probably dead, but it's still a big numbers advantage. In fact, a 2-on-3 right now for VTF.
You're never going to have to count out Jowman, though. Even though Gems is down, he's partnering Crime. Although Jowman lets himself down there, I think he has to do better. I guess, though, to be fair, Victim have the numbers. Creatory Esports lose 14-05 to Flood. They're going to be eliminated in 12th position. JS is the last one up, but he's able to actually stay alive, get a kill, as Minoru will surely finish him off. Flood, though, continues to frag out here for Atletico. Even as a trio, no Zoid, mate. Extreme Flood, Linksy, you don't count them out. It's not a horrible spot. Victim in front of them, Jordan, aren't exactly in a good position either.
You're right. Circle has shifted relatively favorably for Golden Cats and Made in Thailand once again. So those two are probably your pick of the bunch, considering especially they've got the last 2 sort of little remaining combat.
Dead straight ahead. Hardly looking to his left and right. Now he does, but it's too late. Culbs just took a headshot from what I can see. That was from GC. 10 teams, 33 alive. Stulba Madness continues to evolve here into phase 5. What's interesting is throughout all of this, we haven't really seen Made in Thailand, Jordan.
Nope, and I suppose that's a good thing for them, to be honest, because that means that they're not going out in last place. On to PNG. Killer's not feeling too comfortable about where he has ended up, because there is a team that's Golden Cats right above them that are going to fire some shots on in. But if they can get rid of Phoenix Gaming, then they don't really have to worry about their north at all. And I'd say that is the name of the game here for Archangel Predator, as Victim BTF is knocked out easily by the looks of things there by Atletico. They've just completely creamed them.
Yeah, but I'm more interested in Archangel Predator, and that's what we were looking at before. Phoenix Gaming, as you said, is the one that they're going to have to take out. We've still got 30 seconds, and within those 30 seconds, that fight is going to happen. It's about to explode. The question is, does Golden Cat get involved early? Yes, they do. Answered from Maxidus immediately as I was asking it, and they get the knockdown onto Culbs. That's now going to make it difficult for Archangel Predator if Phoenix Gaming get involved and start taking shots. But it looks like they're maybe electing to just try and wrap around the right side, push up this hill, rather than take the fight with Archangel Predator, even though Archangel Predator right now are just being peppered by Maximus and Golden Cat.
Well, it's really the dream for Golden Cat, isn't it, as well? And it continues to be, as we see another shift go right on top of them. And they have the perfect position to third-party this engagement between Phoenix Gaming and Archangel Predator. Any points that they can get on the board is something that they're going to be keen on doing, because they are relatively in the mix for a top placing at the moment. Phoenix Gaming, Hungbo Ditch, keeps bouncing up and down. He knows there's a player underneath him, but doesn't turn around quickly enough. Mad Dog goes aggressive and finds that critical pick that AAP was looking for. But Kush is building up a nade, and it looks like a good one. It's a perfect one. Killer and CJ. Killer's dead. CJ's knocked. Mad Dog's finished off. Excellent work from Kush. That is huge.
That is the good Kush.
Getting rid of all of Archangel Predator. And you're absolutely right, Xenox.
Well, throughout all of that madness as well, we got that phase 6 circle. It's gone north right on top of Golden Cat, Phoenix Gaming, Division X Gaming as well. Made in Thailand are now just making their way in from the western flank. Atletico from the south, along with Bureau Ram United Esports. Out to the east is Divine Esports. Over to MBK and Fergus. The last two up for Division X. The nade, the aggression. I like to see it, even though they're a duo. The bounce is absolutely perfect. Spot on from Fergus. Are you kidding me? He had no idea that Dr. Logi was sitting behind that crevice. And the good Kush is going to have to come up big. He's got the high ground advantage. Fergus pushes in. Immediate spray, the underarm nade for the incoming NBK. That's going to completely miss it, though. NBK goes to the left. Now trying to push up his Kush, get away from the rocks, get to a bit of safety. The 1v1 goes to the split screen mode, apparently, for this very intense fight. Although from behind Tino, one pot, second pot, NBK goes prone. And maybe even a revive onto Fergus could be in the cards.
Yeah, if we can get that, that'd be amazing. But you've really just jinxed it there, haven't you? That's a Caster Curse at its finest. Kush was keen to find the kill, and he really could only just spot the little bum there, but he got the kill in the end. Give him a good slap, as I know you like to do, Xenox. But there we go. Made in Thailand. I think they've lost one player. They have indeed. But they're okay for the moment. Be sure to look for at least a placement point out of this one, as we see Lynxy does go down. Atletico suffering a little bit here. It's Flood left alive, but not for too long. Honboya will finish that one off. So Atletico, again, they get a placement point out of it, but it's not where they really wanted to be. Ram are going to try and finish off what was started earlier on by DIC. Divine have been really having a rough game today, Xenox.
Yeah,
that's going to be ended in 6th place.
Well, I mean, better, right?
Yep.
Better from Divine, but not good enough, I think it's fair to say. I mean, I said it before, though, very interested to see how they're going to play on Miramar. They're one of those Miramar teams. We saw it 2 days ago. MBK and Kush just have kind of called a truce for now, whether that's intentional or not. I'll leave it up to you guys to debate. Phase 7, though, keeps them up, and Atletico have been better in this game. I just think that in the end, they probably wasted their potential down to the south when they were obviously still in the game.
Not really sure what to make of that one for Honboya. By the way, he's dead. Buru Ram picking up some much-needed points down in 9th, and they're the lowest-rated team at the moment that is still in this game. But they might actually find a way to win this one if they can get a safe rotate in. I don't know how they're going to be able to do that. They're pretty much going to have to crash GC, so maybe we disregard exactly what I just said. Konaxi just goes sliding down the hill. Yeah, there's no way. I thought it looked okay from Buru Ram's position, from looking down. You know, you feel like, oh, you know, there's a bit of cover. But then you see it from GC's perspective and you're like, no way. They're absolutely cooked.
Absolutely cooked.
Be that. Buru Ram out in 5th.
You've really done them in there, Jordan. I think that any sort of hate letter has to be sent to your address. As we look at the recap around that rock formation, Kush and MBK, Phoenix Gaming and Division X. And there goes Kush the Minoru. 3 kills for Minoru, 6 now for Made in Thailand. Into the top 3 confirmed. And MBK and Division X now make it to the top 3.
They really haven't had to move once they got into their position. So they've been really just fragging up a storm. Like, a lot of these kills that they've been getting have just been really easy ones. Exactly like this, you know, where there's just not much of an opportunity for their opposition to fight back at all. You look back to, you know, when DXG and Phoenix Gaming were fighting down below Golden Cat, and they were just essentially farming them up. That's exactly what we've been seeing all game from Golden Cat. Got to give them credit, though. They've put in the hard yards, and they've been able to get some good points out of this game, and they will, of course, be able to pick up this victory. NBK is actually going to give it up. It's a swan dive, and that is going to be the victory for Golden Cat. Not too much to say there for them. They had a very, very nice run on in, and 19 points picked up for it. A win on the board for them as well, which they have already had. They actually won game number 1 here, Xenox. So that is the 2nd win for Golden Cat, and they're turning their day around, you know. They had a couple of okay performances so far, 6th and 7th, but a 1st now, and that'll jump them right back up the standings.
Certainly will. I think even to a degree, Made in Thailand, of course, that'll definitely help them. 11 points, considering